Hey everyone, I'm Simon and we are here at Jamchester, the UK's biggest professional game jam held in Manchester. And what we're doing is doing interviews with all the cool people that we've got here. So here we have Adam. Say hi, Adam.
Hello.
And Nick.
Hello.
And Adam and Nick, their company is called A4matic, and that's the Twitter handle as well, isn't it? So at A4matic. And they are artists and designers and 3D sculptors, and they have made these wonderful, let's hold them up, they have made our wonderful Jamchester trophies. So we've got 8 of these for different categories, so we have best game, best student game, all that sort of stuff. And I suppose really my first question for you two is, how did you get into making this cool stuff? We'll go first.
By people hiring us. It was one of those things where, because I work as a freelance illustrator, I'd do like a gig or a commission, and then they noticed that we do like sculpts and stuff, and then people were like, "Oh, can you do a sculpt for us?" And we were like, "Okay," but you can, we'd like give them, like they'd give us the money for it, and then it just ended up being one of those things where we did it more and more and more, to the point we were like, "Should we do this as a business?" And that's kind of how it happened.
Excellent. So how's it going, Nick? How do you think the business is going? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's good to make it official finally, because it's less paperwork for a start. And it's cool getting to do Adam's stuff. I do stop motion animation as well, so a lot of the time just dealing with like moving puppets. It's cool to make some stuff that's like you actually just get to keep it and not destroy it after animating with it for a bit. So that's good.
So if anyone wants to see a bit of the process behind the making of the trophies, we've both been tweeting about it. So if you look at the A4matic Twitter account or the Gameopolis, so at Gameopolis MCR Twitter account, or probably hashtag Jamchester as well, hashtag alert, you can see the way that they made the trophies. So just to explain the process, you're the main model maker, aren't you, Nick? So just give us a quick overview of the process.
So, well, as you know, because you worked with Adam on the design as well, so it was kind of like Adam's part was working with you to figure out what the trophy should even be, wasn't it? So, B. Ended up being a B. Nice. Yeah. So then once we had like Adam's lovely designs to go off, then I made it in clay, and once that got approved, made a silicone mold of the clay figure and then cast them all in resin so that they're all identical, and painted them.
Yeah, very cool. So I worked with Adam to come up with the original ideas. We gave him a bit of a brief, which is actually sort of slightly inspired by the original, like some of the ideas for the Gameopolis logo that didn't quite work, but they work better as a character and a statue, and that came out really well. We went through a few iterations, came with the ideas. So if you look at the trophy here, you've got the Jamchester J, the shape of the B. So you might not know this, but the B is the symbol of Manchester. That's why we've got it, and it's about being industrious and working hard, and the worker bee is the symbol of industry. And Manchester had a lot of industry. We had the world's first industrial estate, claim to fame. The world's first industrial estate was in Manchester, and it was sort of the heart of the Industrial Revolution. So that's where the B comes from. And then the colours, grey and green, are the Jamchester colours. And we made the wings into sort of controllers, game controllers, generic games controllers. But it worked out really well, I think.
Yeah, it's really good.
You think it worked out well, Adam?
It did. I think it worked out well.
That was your cue. He slightly missed it. It looks great. And then we got the plaques. What's this? I think this is the best. That's the art and visual presentation winner. So we got the plaques on the front. And then so we've got the statues. We wanted someone local-ish from the northwest to make them because we wanted to keep showing off our fantastic creative community. Obviously we have Nick and Adam are great examples of that. I think one thing that we were just talking about that the audience I think will be really interested in is some of the other stuff that you've done. So you did something for Fire Axis. Just want to talk us through that, because you're just telling me about that and I'm excited and I think it's pretty cool. So tell us the story of what happened with Fire Axis.
Fire Axis, we just did like in our spare time, we just did little characters from XCOM, the original game. And then I got talking to somebody who works there, and then they just said, will you design the studio gift, like from one of the characters from Mexico? We were like, yeah. And then it was amazing, and then they just kept sending us stuff, and they wanted it in our style. So they didn't want it like the generic like Viper. They wanted it to look like we'd made it, which is amazing. And yeah, the highlight of it was getting a free copy of the game at the end of it. So that was bonus, and the art book. That was incredible.
So Nick, you were telling me that you didn't actually have to make 200 of these statues, fortunately.
For that one I didn't, but they made, I think there was talk at first, wasn't there? Like some of the work we've done, I'll make a 3D like maquette, and then like it can either be 3D scanned or sometimes a 3D digital artist will recreate it, and that's just kind of the mock-up. But for that one, they just made a mould from the actual clay thing and then reproduced them all in vinyl. So they were vinyl, those ones, weren't they? But so that was exciting seeing it. It was kind of surreal when we saw the photos of just an army of Vipers that were like A4man style Vipers. That was good.
So they're made in vinyl, like vinyl toys that you can buy from shops, or sort of vinyl collectors toys. So you can only get these if you're a member of the dev team. So you can't actually buy them. So that's like money can't buy stuff that you've made. Did you keep one? Have you still got one?
Yeah, they sent us 2.
They sent you 2. Brilliant. That's pretty good.
Buy one.
Are we talking eBay now? Because I don't think there's got to be some contract there. So right, well, again, let's show the trophy to finish off with. So thank you very much to the company A4matic, Nick and Adam, for making the trophies for us, which everyone is very excited about. This is what people are going to be winning at Jamchester, and this is what people are basically fighting over for 2 days, getting very excited about. So thanks again. We really appreciate it, and good to see you, and thanks for the interview. Thank you.